Hello YouTube, this video is mostly going to be about Mego MICRONAUTS aliens. I started collecting these recently and I've managed to get the first 4. There are 2 more that I need to get and I'll show you images of those so you can see what they look like as well. I'm also going to show you another figure called Matt Mason's Scorpio. That's another figure that I've bought recently and is equally as cool. All of these figures are from the 1970s and I think you'll agree they all have a kind of similar look to them. Right, let me go through these figures one at a time. The first one here is called Membros, and with all of these figures, they've all got a glow-in-the-dark brain, which is a really nice feature. But I think you can see they've got really cool kind of joints. They've got simple kind of guns that fit on, and you can see how a lot of these kind of guns could get lost quite easily. So they're quite hard to find all intact with all of their different parts. I've done a little bit of video here from the back as well, so you can see this one's got a little tiny backpack. They've got lots of nice detailing and the joints are pretty impressive considering the period that they come from. I love all their bold colours and I love how they look together. So this next one's called Antron, and I've always kind of kept and bred insects. I'm really into insects. So with this particular figure, I love him even more because he's like the combination of an insect and an alien. And when you look at him, he's got a nice vivid purple color as well. He also has these kind of 4 kind of weapons on the ends of his arms. And again, each one of those can get lost. So to have one complete with all of those is really quite impressive. You can see all the tiny intricate metal joints, and that's another thing I really love about these particular figures. Right, looking at the back of him, you can see that lovely glow-in-the-dark brain again. I think some of the figures sometimes came with a glow-in-the-dark brain that was a slightly different colour. Like the Membros figure that I showed you at the beginning, for example. I know you can get it with an orange glowing brain as a kind of variation. And if you thought that one was nice and brightly coloured, the next one is even more vivid. This guy, Repto, really bright, vibrant green. And I really like this one because of the shape of his head. It's just incredible with that kind of like angled look to it. It looks like a cross between a snake and a lizard and an alien. And then it's got those cool wings as well. Again, like the really cool kind of extra parts that add on to the arms. One with a massive, great big sort of cutting wheel. Nice feature. Some of them don't stand up particularly well unless they're leant against something, but when you consider they're over 50 years old, I think it's understandable. Okay, looking at the back of this one, we've got that glow-in-the-dark brain. The brain slots into the top of the head on this one. On the wings, you can see I've got a couple of stress marks where it kind of meets the body, but this will only ever be displayed so that you can see it from the front anyway, so you won't notice that. Those first 3 that I've just shown you were released together, and I think they were Series 1. This one, Kronos, I think is from Series 2, so it was from the second lot of 3 that were released. And this one I think is based on like a praying mantis, especially when you look at the head and the arms. With the arms, you've got those kind of gripping looking arms, and it comes with this really cool little gun that just slots in. Again, really vivid colours, but also lots of intricate parts. There are bits that can break off easily on this particular figure, especially the wings and like the thin legs and arms. If you have a look here from the back, you can see again that glowing brain, really nice shape with the kind of antennae on the top. And then it's these wings that are transparent, but they're also really thin, so they can snap or they can break off or just get lost. So to find one complete like this in this condition is really quite rare, I think. This was my most expensive figure so far. Okay, there's also this one, Lobros, which I need to get. I haven't got that yet. And this one, Centaurus. I didn't have any idea how long it would take me to buy the next 2, so I'm just kind of putting this video out there until I manage to find them at a bargain price, which might take years. Okay, this one, Major Matt Mason Scorpio. This is another really, really rare figure. It's really hard to find, especially with all its parts, but I found this one at a bargain price without any of its accessories, so I jumped on it. I thought at least I'll have it in my collection, and then if I can find some accessories later, I'll buy them to add to him. They have like wires in their arms and legs, and then there's a bulb that goes in the head and it lights up. You can put a battery in it and its head lights up, which is a pretty cool feature. I have no idea if my one would work or not, but to be honest, I just love the look of this particular figure, and I thought it'd just be really cool to have it on display at some point. At the moment, I'm just keeping it really safe, like cable tied in this box. He also came with a sort of a backpack type thing with a kind of a ball launcher on it. And then there was a sort of vacuum pump thing with a long tube hose. And you could kind of shoot the balls out the front of him. So really cool looking figure. I'll show you a picture of one that's available at the moment on the internet. And you'll see what he looks like when he's like in really good mint condition with all the bits and bobs. But a figure like this costs a fortune. Okay, there's another figure called Callisto in the same range. I'll be looking out for him in the future too. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe to see anything that I post up in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.